Who is preparing and teaching our boys and men how to be husbands? Oh, we do a great job of preparing women to be virtuous wives. However, who is teaching us to be faithful husbands? Something to think about. If much of the relationship rhetoric and rules for dating and marriage is taught to women, then what are we supposed to learn as men? Let's talk about it in part 2, A Marriage-Minded Man. Let's dive in. Oh, I'm Mike Duck. Join me. Let's mix it up. What's good, good people? Hope you're having a great day in a great way. Come on, hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. I need you to hit the thumbs up button on this video. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button as well. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be a ghost follower. Hit the subscribe button on this channel. We're going to have a courageous conversation. I want to welcome you to the Channel for Change. Channel that creates change, the channel that breaks chains. We're talking about Marriage-Minded Man, part 2. Yeah, you missed part 1. Go and check that out after this show, of course. Part 2, A Marriage-Minded Man, preparing for your purpose partner. If you're ready, family, just type ready. Family, if you're ready, just type ready. I mentioned a number of different statistics last time that we had this conversation, which speaks to marriages being in many cases a very, very bad state across these yet to be United States. People who have said I do are now saying I don't. And people who have never said I do at all would rather say I'm good. When you think about the dynamic between men and women, we can clearly see that women are very capable and well equipped to take care of themselves. Oh, y'all are building businesses, leveraging in your purpose, overcoming obstacles, going to counseling and therapy, writing books, opening child care centers, creating your own litigation offices and networks. You're doing it real big. Many would argue that even, yes, women are smarter than us, more educated. You build businesses, self-sufficient. You'll even, in the midst of your self-sufficiency, you move into a place of self-sacrifice, where you put your children's needs above your own. However, a woman who is in the care of her husband should be provided for and protected. If not, then that man isn't fit to lead her. And here's the thing. Again, provision, as I said last time, is about more than profit. Provision is about how it is that I operate my level of purpose to meet your needs that go beyond just financial. But I'm a nurturer. I'm an advocate. I'm a shoulder to lean on. I'm empathetic. I show up in the children's lives. Many of these things. Because provision goes beyond just of the pocket. It should be provided, but provision goes beyond just more than the pocket, because a man's worth is about more than what it is that he can buy you and what he can give you. And so what it means is that when you think about our physical strength, it should not be used as men to subdue. It should not be used to subjugate the woman. It should not be used to control. But our strength should be managed with grace, godliness, gentleness. Because here's the thing, neither the man nor the woman was created to dominate one another. What was the man or woman created to do? The man and woman was created to complement each other. The man and the woman were created to be a suitable fit to and for each other. Here's what they are. Purpose partners, family type purpose partner. They are covenant companions, family type purpose partner, type covenant companion. That's what they are. Purpose partners, covenant companions. And the question becomes, what are you willing to give up for your wife? What are you willing to give up for your future wife? I want to ask my brothers. I want to ask the kings out here. I want to ask the kings with rings. Gotta let it ring. What are you willing to give up for your wife? What are you willing to give up for your future wife? Are you willing to let go of certain things such as your pride? Are you willing to put your pride aside? Your lust, your false sense of masculinity? Are you willing to put away your responsibility? Are you willing to put away ego and bitterness and a lack of forgiveness? Are you willing to put away impulsiveness? Because here's the thing, you can't expect peace from a woman if all you bring her is stress and misery. And all you bring is misery to her memory. Sis, you can't expect a soft life if all you do is make the man's life hard. Are you hearing me? You're a burden rather than a blessing. You can't expect her to stay if you give her every reason to leave and receive better. Got to realize that. Did you hear me? Bro, I need you to understand this. Got to realize that she is loyal to you because she has integrity and self-respect, not because of her lack of options. You trying to restrain her ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna do what she want to do anyway. But here's what she'd rather do. She'd rather move into a place of constraint because of her love for you, because of her integrity, because of her self-respect. She doesn't exercise those options. Someone else gonna gladly treat her better if you take her for granted. And here's what we don't realize. Here's what we don't realize as men. We don't realize how good a woman was to us. We don't realize how good a woman is to us until she decides to leave us. The one that you swore up and down that you love. The one that you swore up and down, I do. You know I do. Said I do. You know I do. All of that. You took her for granted. Don't realize how good of a woman she was to you until she decided to leave you. And here's what you can't do. Don't let her ultimatum or her decision to leave you be the only reason that you awaken to her love and her value. Don't allow that to be the only reason. Here's what you got to do. You got to see it immediately. You got to secure your position in her life. And you got to do what you need to do to remain in it. Can't expect a woman to submit to you just because you see yourself as the man. Come on, family. Type know her worth. Know her worth. Bro, you got to know her worth. Just because you see yourself as a man don't mean that she got to submit to you. Because here's what submission means. Submission is not slavery. Submission is not control. That's a contradiction. Submission goes beyond your muscles, your money, your Mercedes. What vision do you have that gives her a clear understanding, a clear indication of what it is that she should submit to? Submission, sub, meaning under. Mission, vision for what it is that I'm following. I'm under the mission where I can now submit to it. Because I got clear indication. I got clear understanding. I have clear direction of where it is that I'm going, what it is that I need to submit to. Because a woman will always honor and respect a man with a plan. Come on, family, type man with a plan. Man with a plan. She's going to always honor. She's going to always respect a man with a plan. Because here's what she wants. She wants direction. She wants leadership. She wants protection. She wants the feeling that my baby got this. She wants that feeling. My husband got this. My fiance got this. My baby got this. Oh, now she's more apt to follow. It's going to make her more receptive to follow your lead. It'll make her more receptive to follow your lead as God leads you. Sis, when a man is leading, you can't want him to lead and then you want to lead at the same time. You can't want to be led and then want him to lead at the same time. When he's got good leadership skills, you can't be trying to usurp his authority. Gotta let him lead. And to a certain degree, it might be a little bit painful to acquiesce in that level because you have to unlearn some things. You may not have had great examples of men who could lead. You had to always do the leading. You had to always make the decisions. So it now presents a wall, a defense mechanism that in many cases now you may have up. Why is that? Because you didn't see proper direction, much less leadership. So now when you do see it, you question it. I wonder how long is this really gonna last? Are the wheels gonna fall off? You got your antennas up calling it discernment. It ain't really discernment. It's a defense mechanism. Can you honor and respect the man's leadership? Because here's the thing. Prior to the fall, in Genesis, y'all, prior to the fall of man, in the Garden of Eden, Adam was following God and Eve was following Adam. However, here's what sin did. Sin reversed everything. Adam is following God initially. Adam following God. The woman is following Adam. Sin reversed it now. Now, Adam is following the woman. And here it is. God don't follow nobody. Yeah. Either following him, and the man is out of place. Man doesn't know his place. Following her when he ought to be following him. Because when he follows him and now he moves into a place of leadership, it's magnetic for her. This man knows where he's going. He's qualified to lead. And here's the thing, vision and leadership and vision is a requirement for restoration. I believe even as I'm speaking to my brothers from another mother, I believe as I'm speaking to the kings in here, the kings who are watching, that God is removing the blinders from your eyes. God is removing everything that was a limited liability in your life that hindered your leadership ability. You're going to have destiny with clarity. Generational curses of neglect are being broken in your life. generational curses of brokenness, generational curses of unspoken pain, generational curses of shame, generational curses of bad leaders and bad examples in your life are now being displaced to where you don't have to live a life based on the bad examples that you saw. The bad examples of how it was to treat a woman. The bad examples of what it meant to be a man. The bad examples. But no, now you're being shown what it is to treat a woman, what it is to be a man with a plan, how it is to become who God created you to be. Come on, family, become. Type become. Come on, family, type become. Yeah, I want you to type that. Type become. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. And I want you to become a member of our YouTube channel. I do. You know I do. Once you become a member of our YouTube channel, just tap the join button right here, right on the screen, right in the area of the video. Hit the join button right on the YouTube side, and you'll unlock Connor's Corner. Yeah, I got content in Connor's Corner. Membership has its privileges, inspiration, instruction, information, behind the scenes footage, just regular one-on-one talks and conversations of what it is that I'm sharing with you. Join our glowing, growing community of quality people. VIP, OKP, royalty. Unlock any of those tiers there. If you don't have my books, any of them, they're available on Amazon, EddieConnor.com/shop. You can go ahead and get books there. Mask of Masculinity, Wife, Wisely Inspired, Faithfully Empowered. Join our Eagles community as well. Soar with us to another level. Listen, you know I got my apparel on. So when I have my apparel on, it's on. Yeah. Become a member of our Eagles community. Soar with us. Eagles, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Yeah, these are Eagles, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. We're talking about a marriage-minded man, part 2. Making it do what it do. Oh, it's a celebration. Preparing for your purpose, partner. A marriage-minded man gets into the place of being a husband with a vision. He's a healed husband ready for a wise wife. Come on, family, put that in the chat. Healed husband, wise wife. Husband must love his wife as Christ loved the church. A wife must also now respect the leadership of her husband as his helpmate. Yeah. What you gonna say I do for if you don't do his leadership? What you gonna say yes to the dress for if you're saying no to when he addresses you? Ooh. Because beyond the saying of happy wife, happy life, here's what it has to be. Because that's just a one-sided view. That's just a myopic view of marriage. Myopic marriage. Did you hear me? If only one of us are happy, ain't none of us gonna be happy. If only one of us is happy, both of us gonna be miserable. Tell you that right now. Here's what it has to be. It's gotta be happy spouse, happy house. You are not on assignment to be my happiness. You are on assignment to add to my happiness. Why? Because I should be coming with a level of happiness that I already have that's idiosyncratic of me, and it does not have anything to do with you, and vice versa. But when we come together, that happiness that you have, the happiness that I have, it should exponentially increase. Family type increase. Increase. It only happens through healing together. And more than just being a provider, more than just being a protector, Here's what a husband is. A husband is a supporter and a nurturer. Yeah, we keep hearing about provide and protect, but support and nurturing is important too. That's what he is. He's a support system to you. He's a nurturer to and for you. Marriage-minded man. It's all about what is going on inside of my mind. I got to make sure that I have a mind to serve. Relationships and marriage is about the service business. Too many people, one of the reasons why marriages are marred, one of the reasons why it's always irreconcilable differences, one of the reasons why people who say I do to each other start saying I don't, is because you stop being a waiter or a waitress. You just wanted to be the customer all the time. It was your way or the highway. It was your way or no way, and no way was eventually okay. Relationships and marriage is about serving one another. If serving is below you, marriage is beyond you. Because what is it to have the title of a husband? What is it to have the title of a wife, but you have no function in your life? You got to be with somebody who doesn't overlook your emotional needs, who doesn't see you just as somebody who they can profit from, who is not someone who is an opportunist, but actually loves you for you, who actually is a purpose partner, partnered with their purpose, who works in tandem together. What are we working in tandem to do? To respect, to support, to love, to grow, to develop, to build, to strengthen, to create. Why? Because we have more than just a contract. We have a covenant. Are you hearing me? Marriage is about more than just a contract. A marriage is about a covenant. I want to talk more about that. And this is a special message. I got a special message for you. I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way. On the other side of this break is more breakthrough. After these messages, I'll be right back.
Family, listen and lean in. Don't you think it's time to grow your greatness? No, seriously. It's just us talking. If you intend to soar, you need to visit theeaglesacademy.com/store. Why? Because I want you to join my mailing list. I want you to get all the solutions, the strategies, the systems to write that best-selling book. You know it's in you. You know it's your time. Time to cultivate your communication skills. Develop, learn the art of communication. So much more. Visit theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar.
Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. I need you to make sure that you heed to these resources that you've heard. Yeah, heed to the resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. You know what we're talking about. Marriage-minded man. Marriage-minded man. One who partners with his purpose. As I said before, marriage is about more than just a contract. Because a contract for many of us don't mean nothing. You sign a contract for your phone. Sign a contract at your job. Sign a particular contract for the specific deal or the business opportunity. And we know that can be broken. But a covenant, contract is just between you and the state, you and the government. But a covenant, you and God. Because a marriage, a real solid marriage, and that which it is that you're trying to build is a relationship, is a marriage that consists of three. You, him, or you, her, and God. Yeah, you, your spouse, and God. A threefold cord cannot be easily broken. And the covenant of companionship was first set in Genesis. Why is that? Because Adam needed a companion. Adam needed more than someone who was just compatible. Adam needed a helpmate who was suitable. But here's the thing. The helpmate that was suitable could not be found until God created Eve. What does it say? Man leaves his father, united with his wife. He has to leave to cleave. They become one flesh. Two becoming one is friction. Heard somebody say, when those vows are given, when that preacher marries both of you as husband and wife, you're really not husband and wife, you're just man and woman. It takes years to become husband and wife. Oh yeah, you just man and woman together. Marriage that ain't been tested can't be trusted. It takes some years to develop because I wasn't raised to be with you. You wasn't raised to be with me. And a lot of times that friction starts fires. Because here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to match each other's energy. And matches become combustible. Matches start fires. Matches start forest fires. And ain't no Smokey the Bear there. Y'all got to bear these burdens together. So that support system together gotta have some covenant companionship. Gotta be your purpose partner. Gotta understand that your differences are not deficiencies. Are you following me? Your differences are not deficiencies. Your diversity is not adversity. No, it's not. That's why a foundation is so needed. A foundation is so important. A foundation is so necessary. The man is called the head, right? But we forget that the same person who is the head is also the foundation. Whatever the man is built on, whatever the woman is built on, is going to either make the marriage stand or crumble. Was my foundation? Is my foundation superficial? Is my foundation competitive? Yeah. We together, but we compete against each other. We're together, but we're cynical. We're together, but we haven't even developed a friendship in the first place. We're together, but we're skeptical of each other. Not going to last, because look at the foundation. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, family. Hit the thumbs up button, like this video. When one is weak, the other has to be strong. One should not diminish the other because of their particular weakness. There's got to be love. There's got to be encouragement. There's got to be strength. There's got to be supplied. There's got to be a foundation. There's got to be friendship. There's got to be empathy. There's got to be all of that with intentionality. And that's why the same example that applies in Genesis has to apply for our generation. Where's that? My brother, before you run after her, make sure you run after him. Before you run after her, make sure you run after God. If anything you chasing, don't be, what you chasing a woman for? Anything you're trying to chase is running from you. I guarantee you that. Anything you're trying to chase is trying to get away. If anything I'm chasing, it ought to be him. It ought to be God. I'm a God chaser. I'm chasing what he wants from me. I'm chasing the purpose of what it is that he has for my life. Because God never gave a man a woman before he gave him work. Work always preceded the woman. Before you pursue a woman, you got to pursue your purpose as a man. Why is that? Because you won't even be able to keep her. I need you to hear me, my brother. You won't even be able to keep her if you're not a leader. Can't even lead her if you're not a leader. Because leadership is about more than just title. Leadership is about function. A lack of leadership, a lack of wholeness in your singleness can create a marital mess. So what do I have to allow God to do? I have to allow God to give me a vision that makes me first led by him. I got to be so connected to him that I know how to serve her. I got to be so connected to him that I know how to lead her. I got to be so connected to him that I know how to relate to her and her emotions. Gotta love her, gotta lead her. And you can't truly lead her if you're not a leader. A lack of leadership and a lack of wholeness in your singleness will create a marital mess. What you gotta do, you gotta allow God to give you a vision that makes you first led by him. Because where God guides, he provides. Where he leads, you gotta follow. Leadership is not controlling. Leadership is not domineering. Leadership is not subjugating. Leadership is not subduing. But what does it do? It causes you to cooperate. It causes you to complement each other. It causes you to collaborate with and one, to, and for each other. Real leadership doesn't hinder. Real leadership doesn't hurt. Real leadership heals. What does it mean? Our character, our commitment, and our compassion is harnessed through strength, not weakness. Family, type leading by loving. Leading by loving. Why do I say that? Because as men, we lead best when we love most. We lead best when we love most. That's what you got to realize. That's how you got to strategize. That's how you got to mobilize. That's how you have to organize. As a marriage-minded man who is becoming the husband that you prayed for God to mold you into. See, here's what we believe. We believe that just women are praying for a spouse. We believe that just women are praying to be the wife, but the man is not praying to be the husband. That's the furthest thing from the truth. God is raising up kings with rings. God is raising up marriage-minded men who are seeking the Lord, who are praying, who are fasting, who are sacrificing, who are saying, God, don't just give me a wife, but prepare me to be the husband to that wife that you have for me. Lord, let me be so inundated with my purpose. Let me be so prepared for my purpose that now I'm so on track for my purpose that you connect me with someone, that you connect me with a beautiful woman, not just on the outside, but on the inside, who could be my purpose partner, whose vision can live in mine. And we produce provision together. We maximize each other. We enlarge our territory together. Why? Because there's strength in our numbers. God, you, and me are a majority. Think about that word husband. Family, type the word husband. Come on, type the word husband. Husband is the result of combining two words. Husband is a result of combining two words. What is that? It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Yeah, a purpose party. Two words are combined, house and band. Husband must be a house band who enables through provision as the priest, through protection, nurturing, through responsibility, through accountability. Why is that? Because his job is to secure. His job is to bind. His job is to strengthen. His job is to encircle. His job is to tie the household together for the purpose of unity. Oh, you just thought the house was specifically predicated to the woman to take care of. No, that's what society made you believe. Society often relegates the job of keeping the house together to a woman. Not saying that she can't assist, but in many cases, what are you doing to take the load off of her? Why should she have to do some loving, cooking, working, raising of the children, and still keeping of the house all at the same time? Can you relinquish the load off of her so she can do more of that which you love? Woo! Because here's the thing. You want her to do all them things, and by the time she finishes doing all that and gets to you, she's tired. As a house band, being a husband, I have to make sure that the responsibility of keeping the house together, tying the house together, making sure that the house is tightly knit is not the woman's responsibility, but mine as a marriage-minded man. Family, type release. Type release. Right type of man. It's going to release the load off of your life. And guess what he's releasing? He's releasing increase. Let me take this off of you and add something special for you. Let me lighten your load. Bag a lady. You gonna hurt your back. Come on. Erykah Badu. Because here's the thing. Carrying all that weight is bad to you. The leader is looking. Okay. This is what she's doing, and I see her reaction. I'm an observant leader. Okay, well, she does this particular task. This is how she feels afterwards. When she does this. The expression on her face, I don't really like that. And I can tell she don't either. This job needs to get done. Let me hire somebody to do it. She working too much. I need more of her attention. I need more of her time. I need more intentional time with her. So guess what I need to do? I need to relieve some stress and some load that is on her life so I can have a vibrant wife. Is that landing with y'all? Do sisters really want that? Do queens really want that? Do wives really want that? Do husbands really want to support that? Somebody talk to me. Is it for you? Is this landing with you? Is that a desire for you? As I'm leading, I'm looking. As I'm leading, I'm locked in. Why? Because I don't want my wife feeling locked out. That's got to be the marriage-minded man's mindset. The married man cares for the things of the world, how he may please his wife. The unmarried man cares for the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But the married man cares for the things of the world, how he may please his wife. Isn't that something? What am I doing to please? Here it is. What am I doing to please? Please understand this. It is about service. The pleasure is about being a server. It is about being a servant leader. Because I'm more so concerned about we instead of me. It's not about I, it's about us. A husband who is a house band moves in the power of love, moves in the power of direction, moves in the power of vision for provision. He's not controlling, he's loving. As a husband who is a house band, here's what he is. He's a cultivator and a communicator. Family, type that. Cultivator, communicator. Since he's a cultivator, since he's a communicator, since he's a leader. CLC, cultivator, leader, communicator. What is he doing? He's discovering new ways to bring out the greatness in his wife. I'm looking, I'm listening, I'm learning while I'm leading. I'm leaning in. Did you hear what I just said? The husband with a vision. The husband who's a house band. The marriage-minded man is looking, he's learning, he's listening, he's leaning while he's leading. If you're going to take an L, there's going to be them ones. Taking those L's ain't bad after all. He's discovering new ways. What are the new ways that I can bring out the greatness in my wife? Let me tap into my creativity. Adam knew his wife Eve. He went to the University of Evology. He studied that woman. The man with the plan, the marriage-minded man, the husband with a vision, the husband who is a house band, wants to study you, to learn you, to continue to grow with you. Husband manages, he maintains, he manifests, he uses God's manual. He's taking care of his daily tasks. He's a good steward of what it is that God gave him. He's a good steward who yields profit in his career, in his relationships, in his home. Whatever he puts his hand to, it prospers. He's not lacking, but he's focused. He's not lacking, but he's creating. He's not lacking, but he's producing. And here's the beauty of a house band. Here's the beauty of a husband who's a house band. Can I tell it like a T.I. is? I'm trying to reach when I teach. Can I teach it like I hear it? Can I teach it like I feel it? Like any house band that comprises a group of musicians. I don't know who's your favorite house band. I don't know who's your favorite band. I don't know who's your favorite boy band. I don't know if it's the Temptations. I don't know if it's New Edition. I don't know if it's your favorite girl band. I don't know if it's Destiny Child. I don't know if it's the Supremes. Those are some bad sisters. I don't know if it's SWV. Sisters with Voices. I don't know if it's Backstreet Boys. I don't know if it's NSYNC. I don't know if you linked on that. But here's the thing. Like any house band that comprises a group of musicians, there's got to be an arranger. There's got to be a musical director. There's got to be an orchestrator. And here's one thing I understand about the orchestra. As I used to play in it, I used to play violin, the maestro, the person, the man or the woman who is directing. Here's what they have to do. They have to turn their back to the crowd. That's what being a husband and being a wife is all about. Am I willing to forsake all others? You listen to your girlfriend and she all in your ear. Girl, he ain't about nothing. You're listening to your homeboy and he all in your ear. Bruh, you sure you made the right decision? Your head's still on a swivel. That ain't just for man, that's a woman too. Are you willing to forsake all others? Turn your back on the crowd and focus to where I'm able to make harmony so that our life is not a cacophony. Husband's got to have keen eyes. The king has got to be one who is king. Keenly intelligent, noble gentleman, family type king. Got to have keen eyes. Got to have ears to arrange. Got to have ears to be perceptive, to listen. Got to be able to direct. Got to be able to manage. Got to be able to assess. Here's what he's got to do. He's got to be able to ensure that things are going to work out. He's got to ensure that things are going to really work together for the good, with the sound of harmony. Something that's melodious. Something that's euphonious. Because here's the thing. Undoubtedly, there are married men who are not husbands. There are married women who are not wives. Why is that? Why is a married man not a husband? Simply because he fails in the office of leadership, in the operation of leadership, as the leader, as the band of the house. HTA, come on family, type HTA, Hard Truth Alert. HTC, type Hard Truth Conversation. A married man who's still not a husband. A married woman who's still not a wife. Here's the thing. When the man is out of place, the home is in disarray. The home is a cacophony. The home is chaotic. There's no happiness there. And in some cases, Hard Truth Alert, because the man is not in place, because he's not leading, the wife has now become the husband. Are you hearing me? Why has she become the husband? Because she leads, because she manages, because she instructs, because she keeps the daily operations of the house afloat. All she has is a grown boy. All she has is a grown son in the house. When there's a lack of order, there will always be chaos and disorder. As the house band, as the husband who is the house band, here's what you got to do. You got to always make sure that your wife and your children are unbeat. You got to always make that you always got to make sure that your wife and your children are in sync. You got to always make sure that your wife and your children are in rhythm with God's vision. Because the vision that you cast should be an offshoot of the vision that God has for your life and your marriage and your family and your ministry. Because marriage is a ministry. Marriage is a merger. Marriage is a mirror. Not only will this expose the beauty, it's also going to expose the ugly. Let me say this. My brother, if you desire a woman who is a wife and not a knife, then you got to make sure that you operate as a husband and not a hammer. Things in many cases that we were not taught. The sensitivity that's needed, the empathy, the accountability, the relatability, the respectability, the responsibility, the foundation of what it is that we need to build, the leadership qualities that we need to possess. Being a leader who can adequately lead her while loving her. While you're learning her, you may never understand her. Because you're so caught up on the emotions. Sometimes the emotions are compounding. Sometimes the emotions are in and out, up and down, this, that, the other. But I guarantee you, when you come from a place of leadership, what you're complaining about is going to disintegrate. You're so focused on trying to understand the emotions versus loving her through them, leading her through them, managing the household as a house band, being as involved, if not more so than you want her to be. Because here it is, oftentimes when you've been raised in single-parent-led households by women, you're so used to seeing your mama doing everything. Even maybe when your father was there, you still saw your mama doing everything. And so now you believe that the house is supposed to be run that same way. Don't become so myopic that you fail to see her as your wife and you start seeing her as your mama. The load that you wish you could have took off of your mama's back, but you were so little, you were so young that you couldn't do it. Now's the time to implement it. Family, it's a good place to sow into this word that you've heard today. You can be a leader who will love her. Not a hammer, but a husband. I want you to sow into this word that you heard. Yeah, 30, 60, 100-fold, I believe is going to happen for you. Maybe you're sowing the seed, and I want you to name your seed. You sow your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed marriage-minded. Maybe you're naming your seed wise wife. Maybe you're naming your seed healed husband. I don't know what you're naming your seed. But as you name your seed, I believe that God's going to meet every need. Yeah, 30, 60, 100-fold. It's going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. You can sow your seed via Cash App, $ Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail, Super Chat, Super Sticker, give there as well. Thank you for your sowing. Thank you for the seeds that you sow. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. So will you grow, so will you soar. Family, did you get anything from this word that you've heard today? Come on, let me know. Did you get something from this word? We go even further and farther where we go here in my Eagles community. Come on, family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. I'm teaching what I don't teach here. Over there. Where's there? EaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. If you're not a member of our YouTube channel, tap the join button. Unlock membership in Connor's Corner, OTP, royalty, VIP, exclusive membership content that we have there for you. I hope this has been eye-opening and mind-developing for you. Yeah. Short time. Family, drop a ring in the chat. Come on, drop a ring in the chat. Yeah, drop an emoji ring. Drop an emoji ring. Yeah, drop an emoji ring in the chat. Where it is, the channel for change, the channel that brings change, the channel that breaks chains. We're here. Family in the Mix at 6. Family in the Mix is out of time, but y'all know I'm not out of truth, and so I want to thank you for rocking with me, riding with me, and rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. We do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday. Right here on the YouTube side, hit the thumbs up button on this video. Hit the thumbs up button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't be a ghost follower. Hit the subscribe button. If you're not following me on social media, go right now. Put some respect on my name. At EddieConnorJr. EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, please reach out to me. Invite me to speak at your event, your conference, your community center, your church, your school, your session, your graduation. Let's make some progression, and we'll make some perfection at the same time. I'm the man for the job. Email me to invite me. info@eddieconnor.com. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know it, brother. Gotta run. But I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace. A whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher.
So what's your ETA? Your destiny is waiting for you to launch into your next dimension. You know, I realize one of the greatest gifts that a teacher can give you is speed. What do I mean? They can take what they've learned in decades and give it to you in days, moments, and months, and give it to you and instruct you in minutes. This is exactly what I do in my Eagles community. I want you to go to theeaglesacademy.com right now to get access to my private mentorship group, where I coach, teach, train, mentor you to transform your thinking by increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You need to know that you were created to soar into more and become more. I want to be your coach. I want to be your tour guide to help you to navigate the landscape of your potential and take you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. It's your time to move into new realms of abundance, to reimagine, reshape, rethink your life, and influence your future through your spiritual gifts, development of your purpose, the emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, business acumen, to maximize your marketplace mandate, and so much more. And our Eagles community is where we learn, we lead, we laugh, and we love on a greater level. I want you to aspire higher with at theeaglesacademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in our digital space.